punishment begins. You will learn what beauty truly is. 4. How lovely! Dance for me. Beauty is pain. I am a slave to this passion.
Yo, what is up guys? Welcome to another Wild Rift video, and in today's video I will show you guys how you can absolutely hard carry your games with Jhin. Let me tell you, oh by the way, you can find timestamps in the description to just skip to the gameplay immediately, but I don't recommend you because I have a lot to say during the build part. Jhin is actually good right now. There are several reasons for that. First of all, of course, he got that small buff with the root. But secondly, which is actually a huge buff to Jhin, which you guys may not know about yet, is the changes to the items with energized effects. As it reads, moving and attacking will generate an energized attack. Okay, there are 3 items with energized attacks, which is Storm Razor, Rapid Fire Cannon, and the Statik Shiv. And then as it says, energized attacks gain 50 up to 120 bonus magic damage. This scales with levels. Okay, let's take a look at this 50 to 120. As you can see, every single item gives you 50 to 120. So how it used to be is this bonus damage did not stack. However, now it stacks. So even when you get 3 energized items, it's gonna stack. So in the late game, you're gonna have 360 bonus damage instead of just 120. That's a huge buff. And look at the Statik Shiv. Energized attacks gain 50 to 120 bonus damage. We know that. But look at what it says under it. It bounces to 5 nearby enemies. And this effect can crit. So not only will the Statik Shiv deal 360 damage instead of 120, it will also crit because you're gonna have 100% crit damage, making it one burst of damage, which is gonna do over 700 magic damage to all of the enemies, and you're also gonna do a lot of damage on the single target. What else do I need to tell you guys? This is the build that you go for on Jhin. There is no other build, and I can tell you from a Jhin main, like I'm a Jhin main, Jhin is in my heart, that you have to go for this build, and I'll tell you how to use it in the gameplay, by the way. This build, which is Infinity Edge first, Storm Razor second. Oh, by the way, you actually want to get Boots of Swiftness second. In pretty much 95% of your games, you only want to get Mercury Threads if the enemies have an insane amount of stuns. Otherwise, you always want to go for Boots of Swiftness. Of course, if the enemy's full attack damage, you do go for the Plated Steel Caps, but Boots of Swiftness. Just listen to me. Boots of Swiftness. Second item is going to be Storm Razor. This one is going to give you that slow, and this is already your power spike on Jhin. You're already going to be pretty strong here. Then third item, really important, Rapid Fire Cannon. See, the thing about this item is it gives you the range to slow enemies. Like you're going to be able to slow enemies from the range because it's, you know, it's the energized effect. But this item also has another passive, Sharpshooter. Energized attacks generate 25% faster. So you're gonna have your energized attacks up 25% faster. Very, very important. Of course, this is perfect for when you have the Statik Shiv as well. Then for your fourth item, in 80% of the games, you go for a Mortal Reminder because you're gonna need armor penetration against tanks. Otherwise, you're gonna deal 0 damage. However, if you just want to destroy their squishies, or if the enemies don't really have a lot of armor, boom, you go for the Statik Shiv fourth item, and you're already gonna have your Statik Shiv power spike. So full build, let me just tell you, this build makes Jhin a late game champion. Do you guys remember how Jhin used to be just good in the early game and then pretty like useless in the late game? He used to be useless in the late game. No, 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 not with this build, guys. He is gonna be hella strong in the late game. Hella strong. So for your enchantment, I really recommend Stasis Enchant. This one is in the case that the enemy can catch you, which they likely will not, and I'll tell you more about the reason that they cannot catch you. But if they catch you, boom, Stasis Enchant, and they cannot kill you. So let's talk about the runes, and then I'll explain to you why they will not catch you. So about the runes, fleet footwork. Always fleet footwork. You want to utilize the bonus movement speed, and of course in the early game, you're pretty much going to win every single lane. Second rune, Hunter Vampirism. And the reason for that is because it's perfect for the late game. It's going to give you that vampirism. It's going to give you that physical vampirism, which is going to be really good in the late game. Because if you take some poke damage, you're going to heal it back up. Because you're going to deal so much damage that even having 8% physical vamp is going to allow you to heal up all the way. So I really recommend Hunter Vampirism. I used to go for Champion rune, but I really don't recommend it anymore. Because as I said, with the new changes, Jhin is actually a late game champion. Well, he's also good in the early game, but he's very strong in the late game as well if you get your full build. And especially with the Hunter Vampirism, which is gonna allow you to deal with poke damage. Now for your third rune, Hunter Titan, you want to be able to just run around, don't get hard CC'd. In pretty much 90% of the games, I recommend you to go for Hunter Titan, because you really don't want to get stunned down. And the reason that you really want to go for Hunter Titan is because you don't want to build Mercury threats. You really need those boots of swiftness. So here is where you get the tenacity from the Hunter Titan. And then for your fourth rune, you go for Sweet Tooth, because Sweet Tooth is broken. And spells, you go for Barrier, for survivability, and Flash. So this is something that I don't normally do, but let me just quickly show you what I'm talking about. Because there are some things that you really need to understand about Jhin to really get good at him. So if I can just find Jhin for you guys right here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, here it is. So let's take a quick look at his passive. This is very important. I want you guys to listen very carefully to what I'm about to teach you right now. So most people don't fully understand Jhin's passive. So first of all, Jhin carries 4 shots, we know that. And then attack speed will be converted into attack damage. This is the first thing that you need to understand. When you buy an attack speed item like Rapid Fire Cannon, and if it gives you like 35% attack speed, it will not change your attack speed. Instead, it's going to give you 35 attack damage. Okay, keep that in mind. All your attack speed will be converted into attack damage. Another thing to understand, the final bullet will critically strike and deal an additional 15% missing health physical damage. So if an enemy is missing like 80% of their health, boom, you're gonna one-shot them. Even if they're super tanky, you're gonna deal 15% of that 80%, which is gonna be 14% of their max HP. So it's gonna one-shot them, guaranteed. So if an enemy has a low amount of HP, your last shot is gonna one-shot them. Now let's take a look at this final sentence. This is something that a lot of players don't know about. So let me explain. Whenever Whisper crits, Jhin gains a burst of 8% movement speed. What does this mean? Whenever your basic attacks crit, you get a burst of movement speed. And what does it scale with? It scales with attack speed. It's 10% plus 0.4% per 1% bonus attack speed. So if you get 100% attack speed, you're gonna get 10% plus 40%, which is 50% bonus movement speed every time you crit. Now, this is why you want to spam attack speed items on Jhin. This is why you go for Rapid Fire Cannon, Storm Razor, Statik Shiv. They give you an insane amount of attack speed. So every time you crit, which is going to be 100% in the late game, you're going to get a burst of like 40% movement speed or something. So if an enemy is chasing you, they're not going to be able to catch you. So let's get into the gameplay now. Alright, onto the gameplay. So if you skipped to the gameplay today, I actually really recommend you to do watch the build part. Like today, normally I don't say this, but in today's video, you should really watch it, because I not only explained how to build Jhin, I also explained how to utilize his passive. And I'm going to further talk about this during the gameplay. And oh boy, you're going to want to see today's video. Oh boy. Jhin is actually good. I'm not going to tell you that he's broken. I'm not going to lie to you. But I'm just gonna tell you that in the right hands, Jhin is incredibly powerful. In the right hands. So how do you make your hands the right hands for Jhin? So there are so many things that I have to teach you about Jhin. Okay, let's start. So how do you lane with Jhin? Jhin generally wins lane. And the main reason for that is because you use fleet footwork. You want to hit enemies whenever you can, right? Like, generally you're going to win. As you can see here, I'm struggling a little bit because the enemies do have a lot of range, which is Nami and Lucian. If the enemies have a lot of range and healing, you're not going to win by just simply trading with them, because of course they're going to heal more because they have a Nami. So how do you win lane against these types of champions? Depending on your support, of course. If you have a healing support as well, then of course you can take trades. But if you have an Alistar, you want to do all-in engages. And how do you do that? With your second ability. You should pretty much be able to have a 100% hit rate with your second ability when you have a support like Alistar, like Leona, like Blitzcrank, you know? So let's take a look at this. I'm just waiting for him to go in. He stuns the enemy, I wait. He pushes him under my turret, I root him under the turret and I kill him. I actually lagged here. If I didn't lag, I would have gotten a double kill. But okay, let's. How did I just kill that Lucian from full HP? It's very simple. So Alistar, I was looking at the Alistar, seeing how the hell is Alistar gonna engage. If Alistar used second ability, first ability, I would have immediately rooted after it. But my Alistar was even smarter than that. Alistar used his first ability to knock up the enemy Lucian and then pushed him back with the second ability. There was a reason why I was holding on to my second ability, because I knew that the Alistar could potentially push him even further back. So after Alistar pushed him back, I immediately used my second ability, and the enemy Lucian can literally not dodge it, because he was knocked up by the second ability. So look at this, boom, knock up, boom. Oh, he actually flashed away, so it's fine. Like, he traded his flash, it's fine. Oh god, yep. This is why you don't want to run champion rune on Jhin, because you can always die like that. It's just not worth it anymore. So I mean, I don't really have anything to say about it. I just died. I didn't have proper vision and I died. So now let's talk about vision. Because Jhin is the ADC that should die the least amount of all the ADCs. Now, why am I saying this, especially after dying? Isn't it kind of ironic? So let me explain. Jhin has his third ability, which is the trap, right? And you want to be utilizing this trap and putting it on places where the enemy jungler is going to be. So as you can see, boom, I place it right there. So the enemy, so I'm going to see when the Z comes, right? I should place one in the top bush as well, which of course I did. This is perfect. Like, as you can see right now, I should not get ganked anymore. When I have a setup like this with the traps, I will not get ganked anymore. And you will not either when you play Jhin. I hope you guys see how much I'm enjoying making this Jhin video, because Jhin is my main champion and I have so much to teach you about this champion. Woo! Okay, so yeah, the third ability. You just want to place it down. You don't want to keep hold on your third ability. If you have two of them, just throw them anywhere. Just throw them anywhere. It really doesn't matter. Just throw them anywhere and it's gonna be good for you. He goes in. I was unfortunately stunned by the Nami bubble, which didn't allow me to go on him. Boom, I still get the kill. Boom, boom. I have my fourth shot, which is unnecessary. So what was I talking about? Oh yeah. Your third ability will stay on the ground for 3 minutes. Yes, 3 minutes. So that's why you want to continuously put it on the ground. Another thing is, oh, this is not looking too good for us. Boom. That was some nice damage. Let's take a look at what's going to happen in this fight. What you're about to see here is going to be incredible. Just take a look. So I know that the dragon is at like 3000 HP, but it went back now. Dragon is at like around 4000 HP, right? So I'm just here kind of calculating. 2000 HP. How much is it? 1000? I mean, just casually stealing the dragon with Jhin. That timing was absolutely perfect. So, okay. There is 2 ways that you can steal objectives with Jhin. 2 ways. 2 main ways. And they both revolve around the ultimate. The first way is, and this is the most effective way, but let me tell you what the problems are with it, is using your ultimate and using your 4th shot of your ultimate to secure an objective. Your 4th shot will actually do more damage than smite. However, of course, it can get body blocked. Now, another way is using your 1st shot. Your 1st shot is going to deal quite a lot of damage, comparable to a smite, but not more than a smite. But why did I use my 1st shot there? The main reason was because I didn't want it to get body blocked. So if you use your 4th shot, they know that it's coming. But if you use the 1st shot, they will not know that it's coming. Look at this, by the way. Boom, boom, and boom. Easy kill. I just rooted him with my 2nd ability and I killed him. Easily like that. So another thing to know about Jhin, there is like so many little things that you should know about Jhin, and the reason that you need to know these little things is because the lore behind Jhin. The lore is Jhin likes to perfectly prepare his skills. He's like a tactical planner. He plans exactly what he wants to do, and that's how he gets his kills. So you need to calculate every little thing. So what is the other thing that you may not know about Jhin? Is when you hold onto your fourth bullet, he will actually hold onto it for 10 seconds. If you don't hit an enemy or do anything in 10 seconds, you're gonna reload. So how can you stop him from reloading? First of all, by hitting it, of course, but secondly, by using an ability. Now, the best ability to stall your fourth shot is the third ability. When you hear him reload, look at this, he goes on him, boom! I just sniped him just like that. That's of course another thing that you can do with the root. It also deals some damage. So yeah, he holds onto his attacks for 10 seconds. So if you don't want it to reset, if you want to keep your last shot, just throw down a third ability on the ground, which is the trap, and go for it. I'm waiting for the L star. He goes in, boom, and boom. He gets rooted on top, and he has no chance. No chance, guys. Let me just tell you, no chance at all. Because he got CC'd for like, what, 5 seconds or something? No, 4 seconds or something? Because you have to combo the second ability. Always combo it. I really, like, never use it without anyone comboing it. Like, never, never, never. Unless, of course, it's like a last resort or you're in a 1v1 situation. Only then you want to use it. But otherwise, you always want to combo it. Always. Another little thing that you may not know about Jhin is if you kill an enemy, it puts down a trap exactly on that enemy. Let's see if you can actually see it. I think I'm gonna kill this Lucian here. So if you have to pay attention. If I kill him, it's gonna put a trap on his place. Let's take a look. Am I gonna kill him? Yeah, I am. Look at the Lucian. Do you see that trap? Did you see it? These are the details, guys. I'm pretty sure like over 50% of you guys did not know about this. By the way, please give this video a like. These are my favorite videos to make on Jhin. Like, this is my favorite champion and I'm so happy that he's back into the meta. Give the video a like. Put down a comment if you enjoyed it, really. Like, just put down a comment. Say anything. Like, I'm gonna love reading the comments on this video because, as I said, this is my favorite champion. I hope you can see that it's my favorite champion as well because I am hella good at Jhin. Like, I am definitely one of the best Jhin players in Wild Rift. I can say that confidently. Like, it may sound arrogant, but I know it's true. That's the difference. I know that it's true. Because, like, I love this champion so much. So let's take a look. At this point... Oh, what's happening? Oh, look at how low they all are. I just bounced my first ability on all of them right there. Boop! Easy kill, man. Let me just tell you, like the way that I'm playing it, it looks kind of easy, but it's definitely not easy. Hitting your second ability is one of the hardest things to do on Jhin if the enemy is not CC'd, like I did on that Gragas right there. You really need to predict where he's gonna move. So that's why I said in 95% of the cases, you wanna have the enemy CC'd, because it doesn't matter how good you are at Jhin. If the enemy is just decent at dodging, they're pretty much always gonna dodge your second ability, unless you stun them, of course, right? So keep that in mind, very, very important. So, okay, let's talk about the passive now. This is what I was going to talk about more. And as I said, if you haven't watched the build part, I do recommend it. And if you really don't want to watch it, just skip to the ending part of the build part where I explain Jhin's passive. You should really watch that before listening to what I'm about to say. So, what his passive does, whenever you crit, it's going to give you bonus movement speed. Whenever you crit, okay? And this movement speed scales with attack speed. If you buy attack speed items, you're gonna get even more movement speed when you hit an enemy. So in the late game, you will actually see how incredibly fast I'm gonna get whenever I hit an enemy, because you're gonna have 100% crit. Boom! So satisfying when you hit that. Oh, damn. Okay, so about the ultimate, I have some stuff to say about that too, guys, because this is definitely an ability which is useless if you do not know how to use it. Ah, oh, come on, really? Did you not die there? Really? Really? He was at 1 HP. Even if he died, that was pretty stupid of me to die, but yeah, really? Come on. So yeah, about the ultimate. The ultimate also has some details that you should really know about. Because I see so many people, they just play Jhin and they're absolutely useless with the champion. Like, how do you use the ultimate? You know what? Test your knowledge. Tell me how you use the ultimate and what are things to keep in mind. There are so many things, so this is not going to be an easy test your knowledge. Pause the video right now, pause it, and write down. If you really want to test your knowledge and get good at this champion, I really recommend you to take this one. So, when do you want to use your ultimate? What are little details about it that you should pay attention to? Just how do you use the ultimate? Tell me. So I hope you pause the video right now and I'm going to explain. I'm going to try to explain everything. I hope I don't forget something because there's a lot. First of all, your ultimate slows the enemy. So whenever you hit an enemy, they get slowed. So it's very easy to consecutively hit the same enemy because they get slowed by, I believe, 50% for half a second, something like that. So it's going to be very easy to hit enemies if you've already hit them. So how do you hit them? Because it's hard. It's hard to hit it, right? So if an enemy is CC'd, you know, stunned, rooted, or anything like that, that's when you want to use your ultimate. That's one of the ways that you want to use your ultimate. Because, for example, if I root the Ziggs with my second ability, I don't need my ultimate here, but I could have used it there and I would have killed him because he's rooted and he's not going to be able to survive. Here, you can see that I'm having a hard time hitting it. I had a hard time to hit it because the enemy was not slowed. Now, there is another reason I had a hard time to hit him. This is the next part about the ultimate. It's very hard to hit enemies when they're super far away from your ultimate, and it's really easy to hit when they're close. Now, I'm not telling you to use your ultimate close to an enemy because, of course, it has its problems. Because if you get CC'd by the enemy, it's going to cancel your ultimate. But the closer they are, the easier it is to hit, regardless. The next part about the ultimate. It deals more damage if the enemy is at a low amount of HP. Every single shot deals more damage if the enemy is at a low amount of HP, not only the fourth shot like your basic attacks. So, if the enemy is at a low amount of HP, it's good to use your ultimate because it deals a lot of damage. So, you know, keep that in mind. By the way, the Lucian is inting here, but let me tell you, this game is gonna get interesting. He's gonna stop doing that, and I'm not gonna spoil it. It's gonna get interesting. That's what I'm gonna tell you. So the next thing about the ultimate. So if the enemy is not CC'd or anything like that, how do you hit it? The other way that you can hit it is if the enemy is retreating. If the enemy is retreating, they're likely going to be at a low amount of HP and they're running away in a straight line. Because if they zigzag, your teammates are going to catch them, right? So if they run away in a straight line, boom, 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 you can easily hit them. By the way, let's take a look at... Okay, wait, I'm going to talk real quick. What I'm about to do at this Baron is yet another thing that you can do on Jhin. I think I'm going to do it at this Baron. Let's see, am I going to do it? I really hope that I am, actually. Let's see. Yes, yes, I did it. Nice. Did you see what I just did? I outsmited my own jungler. And it's not his mistake. It's just because Jhin's fourth shot deals more damage than smite. Oh, I got knocked up by Nami. This is yet another important thing to know, guys. Jhin's fourth shot outsmites anything. There is not a single ability. Even Nunu cannot outsmite Jhin in the late game. In the late game only, like in the very, very late game. So to make this an even better smite, you can use your first ability and then basic attack. You can smite a Baron and Dragon from like 2500 HP if you use your first ability. Otherwise, you deal like, I believe it's like 1950 damage with full build. 1950, by the way, guys. Smite in the late game is 1000 damage. Jhin's fourth shot in the late game is 1950 damage with the build that I gave you. So keep this number in mind. This is very important. You'll actually see why this is very important later on in this game. You'll see why, okay? So yeah, keep that in mind. Oh yeah, if you have the Infernal Dragon, by the way, it becomes like plus 6%. So what is it gonna be then? 2100 damage if you have the Infernal Dragon. So yeah. Look at my damage, by the way. I hit him. Look at my movement speed too that I'm getting when I basic attack the enemies, by the way. I'm not even full build yet. Oh, that was a nice stasis. Look at the movement speed. Oh, I got slowed by the Nami actually. Yeah, never mind. Look, here I'm not using my ultimate because they're not at a low amount of HP. If the enemy is not at a low amount of HP, it's really not worth to use your ultimate. What am I doing? Oh, this was actually worth. I saw the Gragas in the bush. Wow, that was pretty good ultimate, never mind. Oh, another thing to know about the ultimate. See, I almost forgot. When you're using your ultimate, you actually do less damage per second. Your basic attacks do more damage than your ultimate. That's why you really want to strategically use your ultimate, either if the enemy is running away or if they're at a low amount of HP. Look at that, by the way. I just killed that Gragas from that amount of HP. So that's a very important thing about the ultimate. You really don't want to use your ultimate like in the middle of a fight. You're much better off just basic attacking the enemies. Of course, if you cannot reach the enemies, you can use your ultimate. But as I said, you're generally much better off just basic attacking instead of using your ultimate. Now I'm gonna be full build, by the way. And this Elder Infernal Dragon is spawning. I am full build Jhin, guys. I'm literally full build. How fun is this gonna get? However, the enemy does have a Ziggs, but I have Hunter Vampirism, which is gonna be able to heal me up, even if the Ziggs damages me by a lot. That's why you wanna run that rune. Like, let me tell you, so many people were asking, when is the Jhin video coming? When is the Jhin video coming? I literally made the perfect Jhin video for you guys, okay? I have the perfect build, the perfect game, which you're about to see in the late game. That's why it took me a while to make a Jhin video. I mean, I did some damage with it, but you can clearly see that your second ability is not meant to deal damage. It's meant to root the enemy, really. I'm just looking for a hit. Boom! Look at the damage. Did you see that? That's the difference that it makes from the previous patch. Look at that. See that? That's the energized effect. It's gonna deal... how much is it? It crits, so it deals like 700 damage. If the enemy has magic resist, it's gonna deal like, what, 400 or 500 damage? And only your first shot deals half of the HP of the Nami. Half of her HP. Look at this. Boom! Of course, it's not gonna deal as much on the Gragas, but my fourth shot was gonna kill him, but he died anyways. This is not looking too good for us, but I'm just staying in the backline. And just look at what I'm doing. Oh my god, look! Look! And look at my movement speed. Look at how fast I am. They cannot run away from me. But look, unfortunately, I am not hitting my ultimate. Because as I said, it's incredibly hard to hit if the enemy is not CC'd. But did you see that? Did you see that? It's absolutely incredible how strong Jhin is right now. It's absolutely incredible. Now it's a free dragon. Because I can just smite it from 2000 HP. There is a Z, but we can just ignore the Z. We can literally ignore the Z. And we can take the Elder. Look at this. I'm just going for the Elder. Because we can take it. I can smite it. Like, all we need to do is just take it. Like, as you can see, Darius is helping me. Just go for it. I'm saving my fourth shot. I'm telling my team, go for dragon. Hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it. Please, hit it, hit it. Why are they not hitting it? I don't have my fourth shot anymore. No, why? Come on. Jhin outsmites anyone. Please, why did they do that? Jesus, relax, microphone. But come on. Oh. You can clearly see that no one understands that Jhin can outsmite junglers. So here I am teaching you guys, Jhin outsmites junglers, okay? So if there is a Jhin in your team, and you're going for the dragon or the baron, and you see that he's saving his fourth shot, damage the baron and steal it, okay? Or the dragon. You just steal it, alright guys? Look, they're all very low, that's why I use my ultimate. Oh, boom, boom, boom. Look at my damage. Even though they have the Elder Inferno, I just killed 2 of them. Incredible, absolutely incredible. But now the major problem is the Ziggs. Ziggs is pretty much gonna one-shot me. Gragas is gonna one-shot me, so I gotta be incredibly careful with my positioning. But, oh my god. Like, the funny thing is, it's so easy as well to outsmite the enemy. It's so easy. It's so... Damn, that Gragas is a little mad. But it's so easy. It's like not even hard to outsmite the enemy. All you have to do, especially when you have the Statik Shiv, as I said, with this build, you have a smite equal to 1950 damage. Okay? 1950 whenever the dragon or the baron, whenever the elder dragon or the baron is below that amount of HP, you will smite it. You will kill it. So let's take a look. I'm gonna showcase here how to smite the baron. I'm gonna showcase it. I actually failed my smite, by the way. I tried to pause it exactly. Wait, let me actually show you guys again. Look at how I smited this baron. Look. Look at the amount of HP after my shot. Boom. Actually, it was 1600 damage. Sorry, it's not 1900. It's 1600 damage. Apologies. I thought it was 1900, but it's around 1600 damage. So I actually failed my smite there, which is kind of iconic because I blamed my team for screwing up there, but I almost screwed it up there. I was incredibly lucky that my jungler smited there because the enemy jungler could have stolen that. So, you know, that was pretty stupid of me. But yeah, it's 1600, sorry, not 2000. It's 1600 damage that you can smite the dragon from. And if you have the Inferno, it's close to 1700 damage. Yeah, 1600, that's what it is. He goes on me, I use the stasis enchant. This is what I talk about, the stasis enchant. You really need it, because if you're not only if you're against a Zed, just generally, like if the Gragas uses his ultimate, I can just block it with my stasis enchant and he's not gonna kill me. This is just good against one-shotting enemies, right? Oh my god. I gotta dodge his ult. I dodged his ultimate with my flash right there, if you didn't see it, by the way. I was timing it perfectly, and now we just won the game. We just won the game. Look at my damage, guys. Oh my god. How insane is this? How insane? This is a banger video. This is a banger video. Even I'm gonna rewatch this video tomorrow. Like, I really want to watch this game again. Absolute banger. Look at how much damage I did, by the way. Let's take a look at the damage. Better than 98.78% of the Jhin players. Can we change that to 100%, by the way? 50,000 damage on Jhin, guys. 50,000. I dealt even more damage than the Ziggs, who had an Elder Infernal Dragon. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really loved making it. So yeah, I will see you guys all. I'm so happy about this video. It's such a nice video. But yeah, I will see you all in the next Wild Rift video. Bye bye.